All right, guys, we're back now. Now what we've done is we put the frame together, we put the flight controller on, and we've put our VTX on, right? And we've plugged it in. Good job. Now it's going to get a little trickier in the sense that we're going to go ahead and get our motors done, and I need you to pay very close attention. You should have some tape there with you, so you're going to want to get your tape strips. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to cut mine. So let's see, your tape strips should be roughly about, oh, I don't know. Let's go with, we'll say 90 millimeters. Okay, that's going to be my target size here. So, and I'll explain to you why. All right, that's going to be 80. I cut that one short, but it's okay. Yours will be cut to about 90 or 100. So let me just go ahead and get. I need 4 of mine cut. So give me a second. 1, 2, and this is awesome tape. It's like a cloth tape. It's very heat resistant, and it even through the elements. Like if your drone gets wet, this stuff usually will stick together just fine. 10 times better than electric tape. We don't need electric tape in these builds at all. And because of how zip ties can cut through wires, sometimes I still use zip ties, but this has become the method of choice. So we're going to get our tape ready. Actually, we don't need it just yet. Let's start with our motors. So what I want you to do, I want you to grab one of your motors right here. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Go ahead and grab one of your motors, and I want you to get 4 of the 7mm screws. You have 16 of them. I want you to find 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, get the other ones and just set them aside. We don't want them to get caught up in any of the magnets or get lost. So set those aside. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to mount the first motor. And let's just go ahead and we'll mount the first one up here. This is motor number 2 actually. If you look at the drones, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to mount motor number 2 right now. And if you notice, we're going to want the wires to be lined up to run down this arm. So you're going to place the motor just like that. And then turn the frame over. You should see the center of your motor through the center hole right here, okay? And you should be able to line up these 4 small holes with these 4 holes here. Best way to do it, take one screw, put it through one of the holes there, and line it up with one of the areas you're going to screw into on the bottom of the motor, just like that. And then while it's sitting like that, get your driver here and just gently, do not tighten it down too much, just finger tighten it down to about right there. And the reason you want to do that is you want the motor to be able to move a little bit freely so you can match the rest of the holes up with the screws. So once we've done this one, we're going to go across and we're going to do this one. Make sure that you get it to line up. Okay, and once you do, again, just lightly tighten it down. And if it's not lining up, like mine's not lining up, so let me go ahead and just back my screw out there a little bit and then line it up, and look at that. Once it goes in, that's it. And just finger tighten it. Do not go crazy on it because we don't want to over tighten these motors. Then do this, the 3rd screw, and then do the 4th screw. Okay? All right, now this is the part that's very important. Pay attention to this, please. Here's what we're going to do. Remember how I told you the yellow and red are going to be on the outside and the black wire is going to be on the inside. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take your red wire and just kind of take it out of the way. All right, just get it out of the way for right now. And I want you to look at this, the plugs here. You have 3 banana. These are called banana plugs. You have 3 banana plugs. The yellow wire is going to go to banana plug number 1 right over here. Okay, so it's going to be the wire closest. Remember this: the middle plug will always go to red. That's how this is designed. So the middle will go to red, the inside one will go to black, and the outside one will go to yellow, all the way around. So let's go ahead and start with that first. Let's go ahead and plug in the yellow one. Okay. And then what we're going to do is, don't plug in the red one yet. I want you to go then to the outside and plug in the black one. Okay, just like that. Now, I want you to then get a piece of tape, and just be very careful with this because you're going to, basically, you're not going to wind all the tape up at one time. So here's what I want you to do. Okay, I want you to take your drone and kind of lift it up so that this doesn't hit the table. And I want you to go to the middle area of the arm, anywhere right here. Okay, just in this area that's clean and doesn't have anything on it. And I want you to start with the tape on the top of the arm, just like that. Just enough to cover just that width, okay? Right there. All right? Then I want you to wrap it around straight, keep it straight, okay? And then now you can lay your drone out because the sticky part is actually on the top now, so it's not going to stick to the table. And I want you to place the yellow and the black plugs side by side, just like this, okay? And when you do that, you're going to see them fold up on the motor wire here just a little bit, and I'll zoom in so you can see that. just like that. Okay, you're gonna have this little fold right there, which is perfectly fine. Okay, and when you do that, I want you to bring your tape over, and I want you to tightly tighten it down. Just make it real tight there, right? And then come back around and go back over the area that you taped. Just keep the tape going over itself. It sticks best when it does that. When you're done, now what we've done is we've prevented those banana plugs from touching the frame because we put the tape under it. We've also prevented these two plugs from being able to spread apart because we've taped them together. Because what's going to happen next is now I want you to take the middle plug, the red one, go ahead and plug that in. And I want you to lay it on top of those two plugs just like that, so it makes almost like a pyramid or a triangle, okay? Again, grab your tape, tightly go around it, and then you should be able to finish with that tape right there. And what you should end up with is this. You should end up with yellow on one side, black on the other, and red in the center, okay? And it should look like a standing like a triangle, okay? So once you do that one, we're gonna repeat this for the others, all right? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and it took 6 minutes just to do this one, guys. I'm not gonna make you watch the rest of this. I'm just gonna go ahead and continue. You could stop the video here, or you can watch the video as I do the rest of them. Either way, that's basically all we're gonna be doing is doing the next 4 motors, okay? Now I'm gonna speed up on these and knock this out since you guys know, but you will be able to see what it should look like. Let me take my screws. That's in. We're going to follow the same procedure. And again, if you're watching this, great. I'll just walk you through the rest of it. Remember, it's going to be yellow and black. Yellow on the outside, black on the inside there. And you're not going to mess with the red one until you get those two taped down. Once you get that down, go ahead and grab your tape. Just like this. Place it over the middle area of the frame, of the arm, I mean. Just like that. Come around. Place the yellow and black wires side by side, the plug side by side, just like this. Bring the tape over tightly, then wrap it around again, making sure that it goes over itself, just like that. And the red clip down, place it down. Run the tape around again tightly, and it should finish and look just like this. Okay. All right. And we'll do the next one. Tape. And please make sure you take your time to verify that you did not cross the wires. You don't want the black or the yellow being attached to the center plug from the motor, okay? It's just going to make the direction of the motor change from the way it should be going. So I want you to make sure to pay attention to things like the details of how you have the motors wired, because a lot of mistakes will happen when people get careless or they get too comfortable and they think, oh, I've got this, it's easy. And that's when the mistakes happen, all right? So make sure everything's ready. And here we go again for the next one. Line them up. go. And then we have our last one now. Now, if you're not on your last one, that's fine. Just take your time. There's no rush, but I need to get these videos done for you, so I'm going to keep going. And you guys could pause this or turn it off right now, whatever you wish to do. As soon as I get this motor on, we'll go to the next step, and then you guys can go to the next step when you're ready. So there's my last one. Now I'm just going to go ahead and get this wired up. Got our last piece of tape. All right, guys, that does all 4 motors. And if you're still watching this one, I'm going to show you again. If you've skipped this part, or I'm going to show you exactly what it should look like on the next series. But at least you can see here, everything is uniform. Everything should look pretty much symmetrical here. All right, we've got all our wires looking the same. The yellows are pointing to the outside, the blacks are pointing to the inside, and then you have your reds on top. All right, guys, that's what it should look like. And then we're going to get to our next step here. So I'll see you guys in just a minute.